moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Carolina Panthers. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A very solid gain of 27.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the D-line's going to spread out. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. 20. Caught here by Bell. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can, and I think it starts with him taking contact and shedding people trying to get him on the ground. That's when he becomes the most elusive.
Yeah, something he honed back at the University of Miami in Ohio.
Yeah, and they didn't get him down in the MAC. It's hard to get him down in the NFL.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Second down now after the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They snap it at one. Now it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's at...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now it's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On third down, here's Bell. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is Kalen Clay. Taking it about the 36. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way.
losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
On second down, McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Brown. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 66 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On first down, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
now Stewart on first down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's second down.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
2nd and 10, Newton again. Flushed out right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Defense showing blitz. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. And that'll set them back 5. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. And tough starting field position here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 1st and 10, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now it's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton.
flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Ed Dickson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. Newton on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Newton now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Newton throwing again. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. To the air again, Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And his kick is right through. Gano out to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Again, it's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Shifts by him. Oh, now he bowls him over. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. On 1st down, Newton being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
To throw on third down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Cameron Hayward able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Sometimes I watch games. I wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Newton. And that is incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times and made a nice play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be...
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up 2nd down. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard at the 13-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. In motion, James, the tight end. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Roethlisberger to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Boswell's kick is good. But wait up now. A flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Newton's Panthers.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And now running right through it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Newton. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
All right, I've got to be careful here, all right? He's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Throwing is Newton, and an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
McCaffrey on the counter, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Byrd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Newton gets off to Stewart. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Byrd. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Play clock winding down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And Gano's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 28. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'd say that qualifies as a pretty darn good opening series. Get them into 3rd and long, get them out of their comfort zone, and guess what? Get your crowd into it early, too.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. Bud Dupree from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now it's Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
With it is Brown. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short. Forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Thomas Davis. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's fielded at the 45. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very solid gain of 27. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help back.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. A swing pass caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He finds an opening past the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On first down, it's Newton. To Shepard, complete over the middle. Touchdown, Carolina. Russell Shepard, 56 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Roethlisberger, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final. Timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted.
Intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that'll bring up second down. Well, hey, let's shift gears for a second. Did you see Dre Kirkpatrick's 100-yard interception return not for a touchdown last week?
It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, it's a 100-yard field. How does he get 100 yards and not score? What happened?
Picked it off in the end zone, couldn't take it all the way back to the other end zone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. James Harrison coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Newton now to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. A big kick that time, 52 yards. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the counter, here's Bell. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. To throw is Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. James Harrison in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. A nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Flushed out right. And he gets it to Funchess complete. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st down, Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now Roethlisberger to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. To throw on second down is Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Newton on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that, incomplete. Newton's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now it's Newton. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. A play fake to Stewart. It's Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 48 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth?
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. McCaffrey following the penalty. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll make it second down. So Carolina eating some clock on the ground there, and part of why they were the NFC champs last year, number 2 as a team in the running game.
They played their identity last year. Offensive line, they could move people in the run game. Jonathan Stewart running it. Of course, big Cam Newton could be a short yardage guy. And remember, their head coach, Ron Rivera, a defensive guy. They love to run the football.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll go down at the 28. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.